You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true. I will rescue you. Oh, I will rescue you.
We want to welcome you to the Salvation Army's Very Cherry Red Kettle Kickoff here at the Jelly Belly Candy Company. And we're excited again, and it is different at the same time. We're so glad that you joined us out there online. This is an entirely virtual event. Thank you, COVID-19 and the pandemic. Everything is changed for everybody, but that does not stop us. And the pandemic hasn't stopped the Salvation Army as well. So we welcome you to this event. But we also have another welcome from the CEO and President, the Chief Executive Officer for the Jelly Belly Candy Company here, Lisa Brazier. And we just want to say thank you. I want to say personally thanks to the Jelly Belly Company for all the support that they give the Salvation Army, not just at this event, but throughout the year. We're very grateful. So I want to turn this welcome over to Lisa.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lisa Rowland Brazier, CEO at Jelly Belly Candy Company. And on behalf of the entire Jelly Belly family, I'd like to welcome you to the 11th annual Very Cherry Red Kettle Luncheon. Jelly Belly has been so excited to host this event for the last 11 years. And yes, the event is going to look a little different this year, but I can guarantee you, as usual, the Salvation Army has put together an inspiring program that you won't want to miss. I hope you enjoy the box lunches that were provided to you today. And let's take this opportunity to pay it forward and raise enough money during this event so that the Salvation Army can continue to provide ample food and services to those right here in Solano County. So working together today, let's make this event the best year yet. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome and joining for us. I would like to say thank you to John and his whole company for the support and encouragement you've given us the past year.
Thank you.
For the candy you've given to us so we can give it to our food boxes, and including recently our drive-through Halloween event. And our kids loved it. They were screaming for jelly beans all the time. And we just want to say thank you for everything you're doing, all the support you're giving our community. And we just want to say thank you.
John is on our advisory board too, so he goes above and beyond a lot with us, and he is a wise man. And we personally want to thank you for all of your support, for your wisdom, for your support as far as us coming in here, Lisa as well, and the rest of Jelly Belly. I love Jelly Belly, but I love them even beyond their great products. I love them for their heart, and you can tell the heart of this company because of their support for our community in Solano County. And I just want to say thank you personally for being there for us and for supporting. I want to publicly announce also a big thank you for the $12,500 that Jelly Belly donated towards the Salvation Army. It has helped us get through a lot of this COVID with our child care and being able to sponsor families and things of that nature. We are appreciative. God bless you. We have a little gift for you as well. Do you want to say anything?
I just want to say on behalf of Herm Rowland, Lisa Brazier, and the entire Jelly Belly family and staff, we are honored to be recognized. It was our pleasure 11 years ago to help form this Very Cherry Red Kettle Luncheon. And it's hard to believe that 11 years has gone by so far, but it's because of the dedication of the staff and certainly the people that are out there donating today. We really appreciate it, and it's such a good cause, and it's our honor to be part of it here in the community.
Thank you. Thank you. And now you have another debate.
I'm Major Ivan Wild with the Salvation Army Del Oro Division, serving Northern California and Northern Nevada. And I just want to say thank you for joining in this virtual Kettle Kickoff. Now, this is my favorite one to go to the Jelly Belly factory because I love seeing everyone, but I must admit, I love getting these bags of Jelly Bellies beans when I see them scattered all over the table. Now, I'll be honest with you that when everybody leaves, and after I say hello to everybody, I always go behind and stock up on these. But unfortunately, I can't do that this year. But I am so glad that you are joining in with us to celebrate this Kettle Kickoff season here in Solano County. The Salvation Army in Solano County has been helping people through this COVID, through the emergency disaster services, and now the demand is even higher during the Christmas time. And that's why it's so important that we come together with great people like advisory board members and volunteers and partners like the Jelly Belly Factory so that we can come together to really serve those families in need in this county. So I want to again say thank you so much for the support that you're giving to the Salvation Army. And as we move forward into this program, I would just like to pause for a word of prayer. Our gracious Heavenly Father, I thank you so much for what you do for us. I thank you, Lord, for those that you sent to Solano County to help the Salvation Army. We thank you for people like the Jelly Belly Factory. We thank you for the advisory board members and all the volunteers. We ask that you bless our efforts here so that we can serve this community, no matter what the demands are, that we can be here to help those in need. So, Lord, thank you and bless this event. In your name we pray. Amen.
So as we know, and we talk a lot about the pandemic, here in Solano County, many, many lives have been affected. And on top of all that, and we'll be talking about that a little bit later, the LNU fires which hit. And we've had a lot of wildfires here in the community. So there's been a double impact, not only with the pandemic on people's jobs and places of business as well, but also with fires. And we've really gone through it. And the Salvation Army has been there from the beginning. When they did the shelter at home order, on March 16th, we started emergency childcare. By March 20, we were up and doing emergency childcare for first responders and essential frontline workers, and we scholarship their kids entirely for this. And we've been doing this program ever since. It is now Kroc University. In the community, we started immediately with drive-through distribution and operations, and we did so much work. As a matter of fact, and I'm going to reiterate this number, just a roundabout number for you is that we have literally just in the pandemic time between March 16th and then June, we had already helped over 35,000 individuals at that time, and it helped somewhere in the neighborhood of about 19,000 families at that point in June. Beyond that, the numbers even grew through July, August, up until now. So currently, right now, we are close to a little over $2 million in-kind assistance, which is food boxes, toiletries, and essentials to families who are in need and to help with food insecurity. But I think a picture speaks 1,000 words. And so as we look at this next video, I just want you to focus on our community and what the Salvation Army has been doing in this time. And so here we are, after seeing that video and all that the Salvation Army has been doing. Here we are at our first challenges right now. So as you'll notice on your screen, there's a donate button here, and amounts may come up, but you can donate whatever amount is been put on your heart, whatever amount that you feel is necessary. You can go over and above the amounts, but as you do, you can just push the donate button. Once you make your donation via credit card, your donation will initially go up to a little cart up at the top. And at the very end of the program, you can check out on your cart. It gives you the opportunity to pay for the transaction fees as well. We would much appreciate that if you did. You don't have to, but you can check the box that says that you want to pay for the transaction fees. Of course, if you're doing a check, there's a spot that I believe if you push on other, it will give you the opportunity to go ahead and enter check information, and then of course bring that by. So we have pledges coming right now. So thank you. And we're looking, we have other people who are coming on. I'm looking at the screen right now. So we started off the pledge already this morning, my wife and I, and we pledged $500 toward the campaign. We wanted to kick it off right at the moment. And I can see that we've already raised $2,500, and we are so very grateful. It's nice to see Gina and Mary. You've joined us as well. Please continue to give. This is really important that we are able to do this work. As you see, we've been trying to rescue Christmas, and the Salvation Army, again, we've been putting out so much into our communities, and we desperately need your help. Christmas is coming now, and with the holidays, we're already going to be doing Thanksgiving distribution as well as our Christmas distribution. And we haven't slowed down as we are helping over 600 families. This Saturday, we'll be putting together over 1,200 food boxes to serve those families. And you're going to start to see, my wife's going to show you a little bit later, you're going to start to see our angel tree tags out in the stores, in the mall, and in places like that where you can take a tag off, and it has the first name of a child, their age, and a wish list, and you can donate. You can pick up a toy and bring that back. So this is important. These are just some of the things that we do. We carry out throughout the year. When we had back to school earlier this year, we did that as well. We did a drive-through operation. Again, COVID-19 has not stopped the Salvation Army in serving this community. So we're grateful, and see that we're up to 3,600 already. That's awesome. We're so grateful to those people who've donated. And if you want to put your name down there or say something in chat, I'd love to recognize you publicly if you want to do that. Again, you can check out at the end, and we ask that you do that at the very end. So that way, if you're prompted and want to give a little bit more, if you see another couple of videos and you're like, oh, I'm going to give more, you can also give more. There's nothing stopping you. So, hey, come on and do it. Join us in a campaign to help get rid of food insecurity in our communities, to help people with their basic needs. And of course, the fires. We've had so many people who lost so much. And maybe you know somebody who's lost something during this fire. Perhaps they lost their home. Perhaps they lost a family member. And first of all, our prayers continue to go out for our communities. There are people who are struggling with their businesses, and people who've come to the Salvation Army who have never reached out for assistance before. We started noticing this in the first month of the pandemic, that we had people coming whose stories were just unbelievable. Their stories about how they had a job and now they don't, and they're uncertain whether the businesses were ever going to reopen again. This is a tragedy that's happening all over this country, and California has been hit hard, and we have people, we know that you're having struggles. All of us have had anxiety with regard to this, and we keep going backwards into purple, and there's so many counties that just went backwards into purple. And I just think the frustration out there, people are just like, oh, when is this going to stop, and when is this going to end? But we're here for you. And more than that, if you need to call and you need to talk to somebody here at the Salvation Army, of course you can talk to me, Major Randy Hart, or my wife, Major Tracy Hart. Just call 707-439-7880. They can connect you to us, and we can certainly talk to you. We would love to be that for you too. The Salvation Army really cares about the individuals and the needs. We care about your families. And so that is really important. Very, very important. We're up to 3,800, and it keeps going. Thank you so much for giving. Please continue to give as we move on to this. We're going to have another opportunity soon for another challenge, but we have another video to show you just a little bit more about what's happening at the Salvation Army. This is more focused on our Croc Center and our emergency child care. And also, we have been distributing food to shut-ins throughout the community. As a matter of fact, I just got a text just prior to the program starting from one of my guys who's a maintenance guy who works for us, but he also volunteers and delivers food to shut-ins, people who are either terminally ill or they fall into very high-risk categories. They can't go out because of COVID-19. And so we are delivering food to their homes, and we do it every week to make sure that these folks have food to eat. So he just wrote me back and said, I did it, Major, and I thanked him for that. Again, we have volunteer opportunities as well, and things for people to do. So there's always need in this community, but we want to just show you a little bit more of what's happening and how we're utilizing the Croc Center as well.
been a rock to our family for sure. Our experience has been great, especially with COVID. Like, I'm a nurse, it was rough. Like, what are we gonna do for childcare? If we're not working, who's who's gonna save lives? You know, my husband and I were both first responders, and so I know that when I found out that they had the program here, Cyrus came, and it was great. It was great. They're like family to him. Having that support, I don't know what we would have done without them, and how many lives would have been saved had we not worked.
We help the kids by just, being there for them, helping them understand what's going on. This program really has helped a lot of parents be able to juggle work and then also balancing school with the child. And then also the kids, they're still able to come here and have fun. Like I said, we do crafts, enrichment activities, gym time, rock wall, just keeping them engaged and letting them know that, you know what, something is going on right now, but here we have fun. It's positive. So it's really a blessing to be able to work and also spread positivity to those that are in need. I think that's like a big thing that a lot of people need right now.
When the pandemic started, I didn't have any backup food in my cupboards. It was like, oh. So, the canned goods, I've been able to build up a little backup stock of food, that I get fresh food every Thursday. The only thing I complain about is they're always sending cake and cookies, and I have no willpower whatsoever. But, I'm just grateful for it because I can't get out and they bring it to me, which I really appreciate. I know that every nickel I give to the Kroc Center, whether it's as membership to the gym or my donations to church, I see where it's going in my community. I see them feeding people. I see them giving children clothes and, supplies for school. I see them giving out, the angel tree and giving out toys and things for Christmas. I mean, every time you turn around, they're doing something for the community.
They were our rock. They are still our rock because it's still ongoing. For everything that they've done for our family, for my son, for my husband, we're very grateful.
I'm really thankful and blessed to have this position and this opportunity, and I love this place. Honestly, it's like a family.
They're my church family. They're not just people I go to church with. They've become family over the past few years. That's why I love them.
And we want to welcome you back. So we could not do what we do in this community without our partners in this community who come alongside and help us, who contribute to us, such as Jelly Belly and other companies. And we've got a chance to get to know through COAD, which is Community Organizations Acting in Disasters. I got a chance to get to know Connie from Solano Community Foundation, and of course to get to know the whole foundation group. And they have been a huge, huge support to us, to our emergency childcare, to our emergency food distribution. They have been an incredible help in financially supporting us in these very, very difficult times. And so we have Judy Bowie here we wanted to give you an award, the Community Partner Award for Solano Community Foundation. So Judy.
Thank you, Judy.
This is a great honor to be recognized by the Salvation Army. For those of you that don't know about the Solano Community Foundation, we're an organization that takes in money from individuals and businesses to support individuals that are in difficulties in Solano County. We provide money to the direct services people. In the last 6 months, we've been fortunate to be able to donate over $1 million within Solano County. It includes a disaster fund for those in the fires and also those affected by COVID. Thank you, Salvation Army, for all the work you do also.
again, we're so grateful to Solano Community Foundation. Well, we're talking about as well those people who support the Salvation Army, and they support not only monetarily, but with their time. We know that time is the most valuable commodity that we have. And when people give of their time, it's a truly important investment that they're making. They believe in what you're doing and who you're serving. And more importantly, when you have a volunteer who gives so much of their time. Keith takes Rayleigh's on Sunset Avenue, and he mans that, and he's dressed up in his Christmas stuff with his hat, and he just looks amazing out there. Of course, he's got the whole beard going on, so
Yes.
you know, sometimes kids come up and pull up chairs, and they want to know what they're going to get for Christmas. So, but it's a great opportunity that he has embraced and has really been a huge help. We count on him in his service. So, Keith.
For years and years and years. Do you know totaled how many? I know it's the last 5 since we've been here.
Few before that.
You before that. Keith, thank you so much. You and your wife are a huge support to us. Also, they volunteer with our social services.
Yes, they do.
Which is a huge help. So it's not that he just does this one lane. It's wide open. We appreciate you, your wife, your support, and your heart, because I know you do this with your heart.
I know when we were open before, you could find Marie in the kitchen with Cindy, working and volunteering there. I mean, they just have great hearts. So
thank you.
So Keith, this is for you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. You want to say anything? No? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So John Hodgson was a board member here. He and his wife, when they retired, they moved to Florida. But long before that, even before we came here to Sassoon City and to the Croc, they had started the Hodgson Spirit of Giving Award. And this is a great award because this is a group that gives, this is for people who really give over and above and beyond. And let me tell you something, we know how hard it is, and especially now, to get turkeys, which are huge for families, especially during the holidays. Yeah, I know, I can't believe there's a shortage on everything. And yet, here we are faithfully, the ambassadors, the Fairfield Sassoon Chamber of Commerce ambassadors team has been getting turkeys, and they are going to start up again because that campaign is going to start here really quick. But we have Stephanie Knight.
Wait, I got to say something too.
Yes.
When Stephanie called me the first time, I was like, yes, we really need help last year. Thinking maybe we'd get 20, maybe. It was so far above and beyond that. Not only turkeys provided for our Thanksgiving distribution last year, but also some financing as well that came out of generosity from Solano County. And you guys were so excited, and we feel blessed that you would desire to do this effort for those in need. And they're doing it again this year, guys. So thank you, Stephanie, and your team. I hope they know and realize how valuable the gift is. We want to give you this award, and we'd like to.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So just really quick, I wanted to tell the team thank you because you guys didn't know this was happening. And I want to thank Debbie Tavey, the Chamber CEO, because she gives wings to the Chamber team or the ambassador team to be able to do important things. And thanks to Monty Hoover for supplying a place to drop off the turkeys. And this year we've invited the Vacaville Chamber of Commerce ambassadors to help us so that we can maybe double up and get even more this year. So thank you so much. And I totally want to hug you.
I know, we're hugging. Thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie Knight. Yes. So this next award, we tried to keep under wraps. It is our Employee of the Year award. And you know, in our lives, we have those unsung heroes, don't we? Those people that work really hard behind the scenes and don't really necessarily want the attention. They're quiet about it. This person is one of our originals, meaning when the Croc Center started, she's been there. And not only that, before it was Croc Center, it was a YMCA, and she worked for them as well. Vicki Fisher is somebody that we depend on greatly. Let's be honest, she handles our finances. So if it weren't for her, people wouldn't get paid, bills wouldn't get paid. But she goes above and beyond that. Whenever I need help with anything, she's there. She is a wise, kind woman with a really big heart. I go in her often I go in her office and I just say often. I go in her office and say, okay, girl, I need some perspective here. And she always gives me that almost mothering advice that's so good. And I think many of us at the Croc Center do the same with her.
Yes.
Vicki, please come up here. We are so thrilled to be able to give this to you.
And by the way, while she's on her way up here, please refresh your screen if you need to, just in case. Yeah.
Do you want to say anything?
Thank you.
She honestly didn't know about this, so this is a shock. And she is a very quiet, she gets in her office, closes the door, and gets busy.
Yes.
Thank you, Vicki. We love you so much.
We do.
Thank you. All right.
All right. So before we give up this this final award, the fires, the LNU fires literally decimated portions of our communities here. And it takes a lot of individuals, a lot of organizations to mitigate this, not just the people, the first responders and essential personnel who are mitigating the fire, but mass care agencies and obviously shelter agencies with the American Red Cross. We work hand in hand. But before we do that, I just want to give you an idea of some of the work that we did during the fires. And so let's watch this, and then we're going to talk about our partners there.
This is the 10th fire that we've been on. This is the biggest one that we've had, where we've had multiple operations going on at the same time. And the fact that we're being called upon constantly here when these things happen in this county really just speaks of my staff and their professionalism, and really the name of the Salvation Army, that people know that if they call on us, we're there to respond, and we're going to be there, and we're going to help in whatever way possible we can. And people are tired. They're already tired. And to have to pick up and leave, especially, there's a lot of vulnerable adults out there now who were supposed to be sheltering at home, and now they're out and they're staying in their cars. Life is really strange right now. And to be a calming force and just give words of hope and assurance to people, saying, look, we're going to be here to support you, and we're going to continue to support you as long as you need.
And so community partners are important. And I have a chance to work hand in hand with the American Red Cross here. And this is the American Red Cross Northern California Coastal Region, this chapter. And I work closely with several people. I'm co-chair on the COAD, which is Community Organizations Active in Disaster for Solano County, with Vincent Valenzuela. He and I are good friends, and we have worked on many events, not just disaster events together. And I've worked with Nanette, I've worked with Sandy Timmons, Jody Kimbrell. I mean, the list goes on. Debbie Yee, when she was in this, now she's moved on to bigger and better things with the American Red Cross. But we have definitely had opportunities to partner over and over again with their Sound the Alarm programs. We came out and fed their volunteers while they helped make people's homes safe and updating their alarm system for fire prevention. I mean, the list goes on. The blood drives we've done together. We are true partners in this community, and that was no exception with the LNU fires. As they opened shelters, we were there to support them with feeding, but they are experts on shelters, and experts. They have become super experts in the COVID-19 times. So we wanted to recognize you as our community partners in disaster services.
We are so appreciative, and we're grateful. Yeah, our theme today, right? We are stronger together, united in hope. Yes. And we're thankful for you because we have this partnership. There's so much more that can be done when we all partner together, and that is a beautiful relationship. Thank you. Please extend our thanks.
And here you go, Nanette. This is for you guys.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Do you want to say anything?
Well, you know, I only have a small piece of, you know, how big, you know, the American Cross is.
Yes.
But from my standpoint and from our Solano chapter, our Solano group, just being here, I'm amazed at how much you do. I think this is wonderful because everyone can see all the many things that you do to support those in need in our community. During the wildfires, and especially for me, how I became involved as I was involved with you we had to, Red Cross had to develop non-congregate sheltering because of COVID. So that's something new for us. But your feeding and your just incredible support throughout the year, as well as those affected by the wildfires. We just can't say enough of how important it is. This partnership is beyond words. So we're just real excited to be a part of it. We look forward to more good times together, helping those in need and supporting with, hopefully, the fires will calm down. But if they do come, we know we have a partner.
Yes.
So again, thank you for everything you do. We're amazed, and this is an honor. So we just truly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we're up for another challenge. And so we get an opportunity, and obviously we've had some more come in, and looks like we're up to 48,440. So we've given up the Solano Community Foundation. So before we do that, we have the advisory board chair, Mariska Raul Lehman, who's going to come and say a few words. So please.
Well, thank you, Major Randy. And big thank you to all of you for taking the time to be here today for this very unusual and interesting, fun, Very Cherry Red Kettle Kickoff. It has been an absolute honor to serve as a member of the advisory board since 2013 and having served as the board chair since 2015. Throughout these years, it has been excellent to work alongside so many leaders of our community who are passionate about helping everyone live their best possible lives, even in the most uncertain and worst of times. This year has been tremendously crazy. I like to call it squiggly almost, because it's up, down, all around. We have no idea what's coming next. And yet, as a board, we have come together to support Majors Tracy, Major Randy, and everyone else in the Salvation Army do their best job. Everything from helping so many people who lost everything as a result of maybe losing their jobs to losing everything in the LNU fires. My family was a part of that. My mother lost her house along with my stepdad, and they were there. Darren physically handed a case of water to my stepdad, and he was blown away. He said, the Salvation Army is on it. And they are. They absolutely are. So being a part of this journey is an absolute honor. And I want to thank all of our board members for being a part of a team that has helped the Salvation Army do what they do best and serve our community members. We are currently interviewing board members going into the next year. And if this speaks to you, if you are ready to give back to your community, we invite you to come check us out. Thank you so much. Once again, we appreciate you. Your dollars go to great use. Every dollar you spend stays in Solano County. That's amazing. Goes straight to our community. That's right. So thank you so very much for taking the time. We appreciate you, and God bless. Major Randy.
Hey. Thank you, Mariska. And she's great. She's been our board chair for a long time, and may she always be in perpetuity, because we love Mariska, because we hang out and have too much fun. No, she's been awesome. She's a huge support and a huge cheerleader for us. When things seem getting tight and things get rough, she's there for us. She encourages us. She's also a trainer too, so she keeps encouraging us to be in shape as well. So that's good all the way around. So here we are at our Red Kettle Challenge, and what a wonderful thing. We're up to 48,940. We're so grateful for the contributions that have been coming in, and please keep them coming in. You've seen the videos, you've seen what the Salvation Army is doing here, and we need your support. And beyond this, if you want to send a check in or if you want to come in and make a personal donation, of course you can just call 707-439-7880, and they can direct you to one of us or to Vicki Fisher, and she can tell you the best way for you to donate after this event. Once the payee thing goes down and we're done with this event, we have our online Red Kettle that you can support. And of course, we have Red Kettles out there. So, and I'm not going to steal the thunder there, but there's a lot of stuff going on that you can be part of to help support the Salvation Army during this time. So we're looking forward up. Good. We're up to 49,000. That's awesome. Thank you, folks, so much for giving. We're so great. Every penny counts, Michelle said. Oh, and there we go. We have a, what is that, ZK Customs? Oh, yes. Our RK Customs is donating $100 toward this. Thank you so much. Mr. Kinney, thank you so much for donating toward us. That's awesome. So that puts it, oh, we're getting close. That puts us up close to 50,000 right now. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Please, folks, continue just to give. Again, if you want to cover those transaction fees at the end, we would truly appreciate that. That's really important if you do that. That's just a wonderful added gift. If you give by credit card, again, just go into the donate button, donate whatever amount is put on your heart. Just give that because every penny counts, as Michelle did that as well. So definitely, that's very awesome. Very awesome indeed. So we have a little bit more opportunity before we close out for people to give. So if you want to give, you can do so, and it will be greatly appreciated. So also continuing just to support the Salvation Army. If you want to do the toys or you want to do things, start looking for our angel trees. And of course, there are red kettles. We're making red kettles super safe for people, COVID-19 safe. So when you come out, there's different ways to give. And also, there are other ways to give. There's actually a thing where you can either do a QR code or you can tap it on the thing. There's the little button, the magnetic thing. You can tap it and you can make a donation at our red kettles right from your phone or whatever device that you're using there. And it's very easy to do. You pop in, it goes, the QR code takes you right to a screen, and you can just fill in your information. Very easy. Again, as Mariska stated, our chairman stated, 100% of your donations stay here in this community. And that's absolutely unheard of. The Salvation Army wants the money to go where it belongs and where it needs to be used. And so 100% of your donations from this event and 100% of your donations at our Red Kettles go directly to the services here in the community that the Salvation Army provides. So just a couple of more minutes. There we are. We're up at $50,140 already. Thank you so much, people, for your giving. You can give just a couple more minutes to give everybody opportunity. You do a little song and dance here, sing a little bit. No, I'm not going to do that. Thank you once again. And Joe, as we start to close out this challenge part, again, to everybody who made this possible, to the people who are handling the chat, Michelle and Vicki, as Vicki's taking those donations, thank you so much. Keith and Marie, thank you for your $200 donation. We're so grateful to you. And also West America Bank, we're so grateful to West America Bank, and Debbie Friesen is on our board, but West America Bank not only gave us money prior to this during COVID-19, but also gave us money for this, Allen's, as well. And they are a huge supporter. Plus, they help print all of our programs and all of those things for this event. So we're extremely grateful to West America Bank. They support us also. Their bankers have come out in years past, and I assume that's going to be the same where they come in. It'll be a COVID-safe environment, but they come and help us count. They count the donations from the Red Kettles. So again, super, super important partner in our community. We're so grateful to West America Bank. They've been faithful for years and years to the Salvation Army here, so we are grateful to them. So as we come here, coming to the close of this challenge, again, I want to thank everybody who has been involved. My marketing guy, Darren Holmes, of course. Anthony Hayward, thank you so much. He has been running this program. He's made sure that the videos go smooth and everything's been happening. And we're grateful that we got the program done virtually, and it worked out pretty good. So I think we're very happy with that. Again, thanks to all the people who were recipients here and all of our community partners as well. Here, we are very grateful to you. So without further ado, some final words from my wife, Major Tracy, and Ronald Kinney, our new center director.
Thank you guys for taking the time to join us today. We're grateful for each and every one of you. William Booth, the founder of the Salvation Army, stated this: God loves with a great love the man whose heart is bursting with a passion for the impossible. Since this began with the pandemic, we felt like there were a lot of things that were just impossible. Where would we come up with all the food, right? How are we going to be able to do a child care and give it to people that really have need, that are out there as first responders? And God has made a way. He has brought out some really great partners. We're thankful Also for Travis Credit Union, as they were able to give towards our child care program. That was a huge blessing. Every time we turn around, it would seem we didn't know how we were going to move forward, but God, He's faithful. And we're thankful also, we just were given a beautiful donation from Kaiser. Thank you guys. These partnerships are huge, and they add up to a lot. They're going to allow us to be able to scholarship some children for our programs, and we are so grateful. You know, it takes an army. They say it takes a village to raise a child, right? But it takes an army, and we're going to say it takes a Salvation Army to do all that needs to be done in Solano County. And again, we've said it many times, we cannot do it alone. There is no way. And we are grateful for you, grateful for all of your support and what you do to make it possible for us to be able to give the food, to be able to bring in the children that need assistance with childcare. Right now, we're actually doing virtual learning with the kids. That's been interesting, but also a blessing. The kids are great. So I want to just tell you real quick, there are volunteerism opportunities for you. You're going to see these tags at all of our Walmarts. You're going to also see them at the mall. You're going to also see them at our locations. And these tags have children on them that is really real children that are in Solano County that we are assisting with their sizes, with their wishes. And we just want you to know that you can help us by picking up a tag, and you take off the middle part, put it in the bag with the gift, and bring it to one of our locations. And that's one way. Another way, like Randy said, is to help us volunteer at our bells with bell ringing. Another is our toy processing center at the Croc. Again, everything socially distanced, sanitized. This Saturday, we are packaging our food boxes in Vallejo from 8 a.m. to noon. If you're interested in helping us with that, please call 707-439-7880. We also have counter kettles if you have a business and you'd like to help with that. So thank you in advance for all your help. Ron.
All right. The need for Christmas donation is greater than ever this year. We look to our neighbors for support, whether that's adding donations to our kettle or volunteering to ring the bell. You can make a difference. Together, we can guide families within our community this holiday. With so many people in need, I believe it is our duty to help, and I encourage everyone to donate and to spread the word. United in hope, stronger together. God bless and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so, everyone, that is it for this Kettle Kickoff. We are so grateful to everyone who's given, and we are starting to give out this, looking at this final tally here. And it's hard to see because I don't have my glasses on, but we want to say thank you so much for your giving.
Let me be your
So before my battery goes out on my computer, she's going to take a final look.
$50,240,
Awesome.
and it continues to climb, and it will continue to climb. So thank you, Solano County.
Thank you so much. Take care.